my friends, I'm Frankie and welcome to Club Foodie. If you have a garden, you've probably started harvesting your tomatoes. You can make passata, a few caprese skewers, put some on a barbecue to make tomate à la provençale, or try this featured recipe, Panzanella Salad. This is the best. With toasted bread, along with fresh tomatoes, and topped with a lovely tangy vinaigrette, this amazing Italian summer dish is simple and yet so delicious. The perfect use for your tomatoes. So let's get cooking. Here we have a nice ciabatta bread, and very soon I'll show you how to make it from scratch. It's super easy. So what we'll do is slice it before cutting into 1-inch cubes. Something like this. Trying to get as even as possible, okay? We'll transfer to a bowl and let the cubes sit there for 6 to 8 hours so they dry out by being exposed to the air. Look, this is way too fresh and we want them to be more on the stale side. Alright, so later on, we'll pour a couple tablespoons of good quality extra virgin olive oil on the cubes and season with ground sea salt and freshly ground mixed peppercorns. I don't like using just black. With our clean hand, we'll toss the ingredients so the cubes are lightly coated. They might need a little bit more oil, but don't add too much. We'll drop them on a baking sheet lined with foil, spreading them out evenly in a single layer before transferring them to a 400-degree preheated oven. We'll bake them for 10 minutes, enough to crisp them up. Meanwhile, we'll place a colander over our bowl and drop in our cherry tomatoes. We'll generously season them with ground sea salt. We want to extract as much liquid as possible. If you use another variety, you'll definitely get more out of them. We'll let them sit there for 7 to 8 minutes. When time is up, we'll take the tomatoes away and set them aside. To the bowl, we'll add red wine vinegar, a large clove of pressed garlic, some finely chopped shallots, then freshly ground mixed peppercorns, and 2 more tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil. We'll give a quick stir. Simple as that. Back to the bread. After 10 minutes, the cubes should be dried, but sometimes, like in my case, it might need a couple more minutes, so we'll return them to the oven. As you know, cooking is not always an exact science. So a couple minutes later, they should be just fine. And if they are, we'll remove from the heat and let them cool off. The cubes are not hard like croutons. There's still some texture to them, and when pressing down, they're not hard, just crispy. So when mixed in a salad, they won't get mushy. That's why we did that step. Alright, let's make the salad. We'll add the cherry tomatoes to the bowl, followed by orange peppers, some English cucumber, mini bocconcini that we cut in half, and pickled pepperoncini peppers, which is totally not traditional, but give an amazing layer of flavor to the salad. We'll also add some capers and half a can of sliced black olives, another non-traditional ingredient. When the bread cubes are cooled enough, we'll add them to the bowl. We'll gently toss everything, making sure that all the ingredients are coated with the red wine vinaigrette. As I mentioned earlier, cooking is not always precise. So if our salad is slightly on the dry side, we'll add a little bit more extra virgin olive oil to it. Maybe another tablespoon or 2. Now, here's my basil that looks like Charlie Brown's Christmas tree. I use all of it from my garden to make pesto and add to purchase another one from the store. So we'll grab a few leaves, just enough to get about a third of a cup, and stack them before rolling them tightly just like this. And then chopping the herb. This makes long, thin strips. Kinda looks like ribbons. And this French culinary technique is called chiffonade. It gives a nice, elegant presentation. We'll add the chiffonade basil to our salad and toss one more time before serving. And my friends, this is our Panzanella Salad. This tasty Italian late summer salad is so delicious. It's an amazing way to enjoy produce from your garden. I hope you give it a try soon, and be sure to visit clubfoodie.com for ingredient amounts, directions, and more info. Until next time, my friends, bon appétit!